Hey, this is TMG here. Today I'm going to discuss the Nintendo GameCube and Nintendo Classics controller. That's kind of a mouthful to say. I guess yeah. But, it looks like a pretty cool controller, exclusive for the Switch 2. And it's meant for you to play GameCube online games with. There's just one thing that stands out about it to me. On the, in the initial reveal trailer for Nintendo GameCube, Nintendo Classics Online, it's still a mouthful, I'm just going to say online, it's in a little subtext at the top, if that's what it's called. It basically says, this controller will only work on Nintendo GameCube, Nintendo Classics, which is basically saying you can't use this controller outside of this software, which may not sound crazy to you. You may think, oh, maybe Nintendo's just saying that because they don't plan on us really using it in other games, but it will probably still be compatible with those games. But from what I've heard from lots of interviews I've watched of people talking about their experiences playing the GameCube online at demonstrations and things, is that the controller does not work outside of the application. And I mean, you can go back to like the N64 online reveal trailer, and it doesn't say anything about the controller. It just says this controller is not needed for N64 online, and it also says that, I believe, in the GameCube reveal trailer. But it also adds on to that, this will only work in this application, which I find is interesting. But that's not what I find the most interesting. It's that even if you wanna play GameCube games on Nintendo GameCube Online with an authentic controller, this is not the only route to do it. For what I understand, Switch 1 controllers will be compatible with Switch 2, from what I understand. I could be wrong. But basically, right here I have the Power A wireless GameCube controller. It's a really good controller. It's basically, you can use it as a pro controller. I played through Metroid Dread using this controller before. It's just a really nice controller. I often pick it over my pro controller because I just like the layout of a GameCube controller. It feels just like an original, basically. But if it's true that Switch 1 controllers will be compatible with the Switch 2, why not just use the Power A wireless GameCube controller instead of this controller? I don't see where Nintendo's coming from with this controller, because if it only works with GameCube Online, and you know, and this Power A controller is just as good, it's the only thing it's really missing is the chat button, then I don't really see the point in getting this one. I mean, I have the Nintendo 64 Online controller. I like that controller. I played through Mario 64 with it on 3D All-Stars. Pretty fun. I don't actually have the online service for N64 Online. The website just let me buy it anyway without it, so maybe they were getting desperate to get rid of those. But yeah, and I mean, also with the Power A controller, if you notice in the reveal trailer for the Nintendo GameCube Online controller, the I believe it's ZL button on the top, it's just a little clicky button in the trailer. Well, with the Power A one, it's a full button. It's like they copy and pasted the ZR button onto the other side almost. Which, I mean, if this controller is compatible, it wouldn't only be the, probably cheaper and more versatile controller, but it'd probably have a more definitive button layout. I mean, the Nintendo 64 Online controller had a similar button. I think it was ZL or ZR, one of those. But that made sense for the Nintendo 64 Online controller, because there wasn't really anywhere else to put a button that would make sense like that. GameCube, they could have totally just made another ZR button, or copied the ZR button on the other side and just called it ZL button. I mean, you can get this controller if you want, but if it's true that Switch 1 controllers are compatible, I really don't see Nintendo's logic in this, because not only is this Power A controller probably cheaper, but it is officially licensed by Nintendo. And I mean, it shows in its quality. It feels like an OEM GameCube controller. It's a really nice controller, is all I'm saying. In fact, I considered getting another one for the longest time, but I have too many Switch controllers. I probably have like eight controllers total in my drawer. There's no more room. So I recommend the Power A one. I bet this will be a good controller for the GameCube Classics. I bet the official one Nintendo's releasing will be good, but I don't see the purpose in buying it over the Power A one if it's only going to work with GameCube Online. And I mean, thinking about like Metroid Prime 4, I bet a lot of people are going to play with a GameCube style controller. And even if Switch 1 controllers aren't compatible, I bet Power A is going to make another version of this controller for the Switch 2. I mean, I'm pretty sure it sold pretty well. Most people bought it for Super Smash Bros. I don't really play Super Smash Bros. I just bought it because I like the GameCube. And it's one of my favorite controllers for the Nintendo Switch. I've played Minecraft with it, I've played Metroid Dread, I've played Super Mario Bros. Wonder with it. Nice, just a nice controller. There's not much you need to say about a good controller other than it's good. It's just you hold it and it feels right. But yeah, that's my short little rant today. I did upload a video yesterday. Don't expect my upload schedule to be consistent, because that would just be silly. But yeah, enjoy the rest of your day. I don't know. What do you think? Do you think it's worth it to buy a Nintendo GameCube Online controller? And are you even going to do the Nintendo GameCube Online service? I mean, for me, I don't have the expansion pack for Switch Online, but I have the base Switch Online. And I just do that so, you want me to be honest, I just do that so I can upload my courses in Mario Maker 2, and so I can play Minecraft multiplayer. Because, my friends live like across the country from me. But I do not play NES and Super Nintendo games on Switch Online. It's just, those games are so much better on the original consoles. It's no comparison. The slight bit of input lag on Switch Online kills it for me, and just playing NES and Super Nintendo games with a Pro controller or Joy-Con does not feel nearly as good as like an NES or SNES controller. Those controllers were designed for those games, and you can feel it when you're playing. So I'm not one to, I also just don't like these online services because I can't physically own the game. Or let's say I'm playing Donkey Kong Country 3 on Switch Online. The problem there is, comparing it to like a physical copy of DKC3, I pay for it once, I have the game forever. I can make as many save files I want, come back to it when I want. Switch Online, as soon as you stop paying, you cannot play that game anymore. And chances are, you're going to pay more overall for Switch Online than it would just be for like the $30 or $40 for the physical cartridge. So for me, it's more worth it to do physical cartridges and stuff. You have to realize I don't get Switch Online for the games. I get it for multiplayer and online uses in my Switch games. But yeah, that's my short video. If you heard any breathing noises, that's my dog over here. Just coughing some of that. You right, Kiki? Okay. But yeah, that's my video. I'm just wondering how well Nintendo's expecting this controller to do, considering there's already other options out there that are probably going to be, number one, more accessible and more compatible with games. So I'm probably, when I get a Switch 2 eventually, I'm probably not going to get GameCube Online. Just because I have a Wii, it can play GameCube games just fine. And, I mean, at the upfront costs, it's going to be more expensive to buy individual games. But I think over time, I will get a better value by buying physical copies. But yeah, that's my little rant today. Hope you enjoyed. Tell me what you think. Are you gonna do GameCube Online, or are you gonna buy this controller, or are you gonna look for alternatives? And what are you thinking is going through Nintendo's mind making this exclusive for GameCube Online? Because I really don't see any benefit to that. Why would Nintendo be angry at you using a GameCube controller in something like, I don't know, Donkey Kong Bonanzas? I don't know. What would be wrong with that? It has all the necessary buttons. It's just a slightly different layout, really. So I really don't understand why this is the case, but it apparently is. So throw your thoughts in the comments. I don't get many comments, so if you leave a comment, it's basically a guarantee I'll read it. So yeah, that's my video. TMG out. Goodbye.